Okay then, Helldivers, we are back and we've got loads to go over today as we are now halfway through our major order efforts and we have got 1 day and 23 hours remaining on the clock. It appears that time is not on our side, but we're going to take a look at that one all the same. We've also got to take a look at Major Truth as it appears that the storyline is ramping forward, meaning that something may well be happening over the next few weeks. It appears that Major Truth was a Fed the whole time. We're going to take a look at so much more, so if you haven't already, smash that beautiful like button, subscribe with post notifications turned on. It'd be so greatly appreciated. Make sure you check out our incredible sponsor, Instant Gaming, the platform where you can get your video games cheaper for PC and console with the best deals, offers, promotions, and discounts, all running up to 70% off on old and new games alike. The link is down in the description for that one, and if you want to get your hands on some free super credits, then very simply head down into the comment section and put some eyes in the comment section below, as it appears that they are always watching. That'll enter you in and we'll announce it in a few days' time. With that being said, let's dive into the game and see what's happening right now inside of Helldivers 2. So starting off, we need to take a look at this major order, which means we need to take a look at the Galactic War map. And as you can see right here, we have got a lot going on right now. It appears that the two planets of K and Mox are both under attack by the Incineration Core, and this is not a sub-faction to be messed with, and is making it a lot harder to be able to get those liberation efforts done. As we can see right here, we have got around 15,000 players over on K alone, which is around 50% of the total player base. We're calling up a rally of all players to head over to K and see if we can box this one off today, meaning that we will have a day and a bit to be able to finish off Mox and complete this major order. This is a very large one, and hopefully this leads into quite a lot moving forward. As to what it will mean after this, though, I don't know. Right now, we've got the magma planets with the new mission types on there. Maybe some players are not wanting that to be over so quickly, so they're not liberating it so fast. Because once these two planets are gone, I actually don't think there's another magma planet around in sight for a little while. But this is one of those limited time events, so we'll see exactly how this one plays out. The rest of the map is really, really quiet. They're not utilizing it at all, so we're over on the automaton sector for at least the next 2 days before we move into the next issue of the story, which is looking to be extremely odd right now, as they are setting up the foundations for something. I just don't understand what it is that they're setting the foundations up for. They posted up this right here just yesterday, and this one was an interesting one. It states, on 29th of the 11th, CF forces, supported by loyal intervention and enforcement squads, detained 14 individuals wearing tinfoil hats at the Democracy Cafe, a clear sign of dissident intent. Thanks to swift action, citizen surveys now report record-breaking levels of patriotism and loyalty. And as you can see on screen, the dissident rebel group were arrested. Now, this is extremely interesting because this whole thing was set up and led by the one and only Major Truth. Now, the thing that was the biggest twist on this, and they are leaning into the dissident narrative heavily right now, which means that there is definitely going to be a storyline in-game around it, is that there was breaking news, as Major Truth has received a Medal of Loyalty for his exceptional service in outing dissidents and exposing their questionable intentions. Democracy thanks him, with Major Truth awarded Medal of Loyalty. Now, not only am I completely baffled by this and extremely confused, but it appears that yes, Major Truth was a Fed all along. I don't really know what happened, but whatever happened at that re-education camp has definitely skewed his brain into thinking a lot more, as he retweeted this and actually stated, "I'm extremely honored to finally be recognized for all of my heroic, patriotic efforts. I will keep serving Super Earth and its truths. Thank you." Now, this is extremely concerning, and this is a very, very big part of what should be to come. The main reason why we believe that this is the case is because Major Truth was initially the one that foresaw the Illuminate attack and everything going wrong in that area. He also knew that Super Earth already knew about the Illuminate attack, and they just decided not to tell anyone. He seemed to unravel what was covered up by Super Earth, and although, yes, this is completely undemocratic, and I'm expecting a knock on my door from a democracy officer at any point, we do need to point this factor out. What is happening? What is going on? As we lead into the Game Awards that are due to come out, we posted up a tweet towards Mitchimus and the Baskinator just today to make sure that they had a safe flight on their way out to the Game Awards. Now, this is extremely interesting because a lot of people have been speculating that the Game Awards is going to have some sort of big announcement on it. Now, I'm still on the fence as to whether that's actually going to happen, but it seems that the story narrative, at least outside of the game, seems to be ramping up a lot. Now, I don't always agree with that, and I don't like the fact that the story outside of the game is bigger than the story inside of the game. They tried to create lore via tweets and Discord posts and so much more before they actually insert anything into the game. It's a really, really weird way of going about it. I'd much rather experience it in screen myself, but nonetheless, it does seem that something is going to be happening very, very soon. What is it that's going to happen? Well, you let me know via the comment section below, as it appears that a lot of players are now starting to get a bit excited about it. And it definitely shows inside of the numbers. Although this isn't going to be in the hundreds and thousands, what we can see is that over the last 3 months, we're probably at a higher peak now than we have been at since October in the year. October till now, we had a slight decline that dropped the numbers significantly, and in the latest patch update with the latest Warbond and Magma planets, we're now seeing a larger increase in player base, which is definitely nice to see, and I'm glad that Helldivers is making it somewhat of a comeback, and I do think that actually there's potential that this next big story arc could really give a boost in the numbers again. But obviously, this game is an event-based game. We have those large numbers during those events, and then it dips back down and drops us back to where we sat at beforehand. And the main reason people are speculating exactly what I'm saying, well, this right here was last year, where a new Warbond dropped at the end of the story arc, a new trailer and content drop despite not being a major update, and then the major update expanding on the content dropped afterwards. It does seem that there is obviously going to be a bit of a trend when it comes to how companies actually do things. Now, we've had the new Warbond at the end of the story arc. We've also had the trailer and content drop despite not being a major update. What is going to happen come the Game Awards? Well, let's see exactly where this goes. Make sure you stay tuned to the channel as we keep you updated every single day on all Helldivers news. We're going to take a look at your top comments from the previous video, though, because we went over a lot, including a big secret. Something is definitely coming. So if you haven't watched that video, make sure you go and check it out. For those of you guys who have and voted your top comments, these are them right here. This first one states, invisible bot landmines. Yeah, that statement literally makes it all pretty renowned. The landmines have been a nightmare. The reason why they've been a nightmare is because most of them haven't actually been visible. This is why people are blowing up randomly, is there have been some random invisible bot landmines that are just blowing everybody up as just walking over them allegedly. So it's been a bit of a problem, and hopefully this is something that they do address, because I can't imagine that this is going to be a very nice time over on the bot side if that continues to be the case. Moving on to the next comment, though, this one right here states, I want a stratagem that allows a pelican to hover near your position or a fixed location to provide aerial support for like 20 seconds or so. Now, this again has been a conversation for quite some time. We are due some red stratagems, man. It's been such a long time since we saw a new red stratagem that I actually can't even tell you the last time we saw it. It's been such a long time, and we are due something. And I quite like the idea of an aerial support just hovering in the air, although I don't really know how that would affect the game performance with having that sustain above you. And finally, this states right here, MO ends the same day as the Game Awards. Only Arrowhead would do something so mischievous like this. Now, yes, if nothing is going to come from the Game Awards and the major order just ends and they leave us high and dry, that is also something that Arrowhead are known for doing. They lead the hype into a certain direction, and instead of telling us we're wrong, they just let us figure it out come the end. So we could be going down a fork road here. Question is which road will they take? Nonetheless, unfortunately, that's all we got time for today. If you haven't already, hit the like button, subscribe, post notifications turned on. Appreciate all your faces, guys, and as always, coming to the next time, I'll see you in the clouds.